Hey guys, it's Allison here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Tinted Mirrors. Today I have a very special guest, Agnes, who is a Polish American, and she's going to be talking about her experiences with beauty and culture and her own personal thoughts about those. So if you're interested, please keep watching.
So my name is Agnieszka Bieganowska, but I normally go by Agnes because it's easier to say. I'm a junior German and Russian double major. Yeah, and I'm gonna put makeup on you for you guys today. Yeah. So I already moisturize my face at home, but then my routine is just normally this is from Clinique, a foundation and concealer. Because I guess just to cover up some red spots and maybe some acne. So I normally just put it like little dots everywhere.
So the first question is, why do you put on makeup and what does it mean to you?
Yeah, sure. So I put on makeup mostly for myself, especially if there's a nice event that I want to look nice for. But definitely my freshman year of college I actually had a lot of acne, and I still sometimes do get acne just because of my skin and it's just a lot more sensitive. So it's mostly just to cover up red spots or stuff like that. I used to wear it all the time, but now I kind of just wear it special events, because I noticed when I put it on every day, not only did it take up a lot of time, but it just would clog my pores, even though this concealer is more for sensitive skin or acne prone, so it would still clog. But before I used to just do powder and stuff like that when I was younger, but then I kind of switched to foundation since that really helped cover up some of the redness and acne and stuff like that. So yeah. Makeup just in general, I'm not really creative with my makeup. My makeup is very basic, I guess. It's just I guess to enhance, to cover up some blemishes and stuff like that, and to enhance my eyelashes and my eyes. I don't really do any eyeshadows or anything, because I've practiced with it, but then it turns out really bad. Yeah, so it's mostly just a way to kind of cover up some stuff, but also to just kind of enhance, I guess, my beauty. So I think, yeah. And then I normally just do a setting spray. So yeah.
Is beauty important in your culture? What are the defining traits of beauty in your culture?
So I come from Poland originally. So beauty is pretty important, actually. I feel more so than in American culture, because it's a lot of how do people look at you. So there's always this expectation that you have to be skinny and that you have to have good skin and stuff like that, which I guess is pretty much in just society in general. But definitely growing up, my mom would say the reason why I actually started putting on foundation, because I had a lot of acne when I went with my family to Poland, and my mom was like, oh, we should get something to cover up stuff more so your relatives don't talk about it and stuff like that. So yeah. Defining traits of beauty in my culture, I mean, I guess with Poland there's not really defining aspects of beauty. I feel we don't overdo it as much. It's more basic kind of, so it's pretending that you don't have makeup on but you actually do. So kind of more natural. And yeah, so, and then with my white culture, I guess, I feel beauty is just important in general in all cultures. Yeah, I don't really know. I know definitely what's popular is the winged eyeliner or eyeshadow, or what's it called, a shadow, a darker shadow kind of look, a smoky eye. But I just don't do it because I just don't like how I look in it. Yeah. Oh, and also I'm just putting on mascara. So Do you think beauty is tied to race and mainstream culture? How does that affect the way you look at yourself? Definitely, I feel like from like hearing what my other friends go through and stuff like that. Oh no, I just smeared it. I think beauty sometimes is tied to race, especially since like some people aspire to like, or society tells us that we have to have like straight hair to be beautiful, or like to have big eyes, or like look a certain way, or like sometimes like, I guess like sometimes it's like kind of like, oh, being white is beautiful, but like I don't really like agree with that. I mean, definitely it's like there's been like a shift where it's like kind of everyone's talking about more like kind of, I guess, accepting all forms of beauty, which I like agree with and stuff like that. But there's still like definitely like how like some like makeup stores like don't have like as wide variety of shades and like stuff like that. How does that affect the way I look at myself? I feel like that's not, it hasn't really affected the way I look at myself because I never like thought about it before until like my friends would talk about it. Then like it was just like kind of really opened my eyes, but it didn't really like affect how I looked at myself, just kind of like made me think a lot more about like how I do my makeup. Yeah. Do I believe that my makeup has an influence from your culture background? How? And if not, how would you describe your makeup style or where you get your inspiration from? I feel like my makeup doesn't really have influence from my cultural background, but I mostly get my makeup style from my mom. I guess it's because like my mom always like made me like not wear as much makeup, I guess. But I kind of liked it. So most of it was like my mom teaching me a lot of that. So I always like kept it very like simple, just like powder or foundation to like cover up blemishes, and then sometimes I would do blush, but then I don't have any blush, so I need to buy some more. And then I usually just do like mascara, lipstick to kind of like not make my lips as pale, and then usually just do like chapstick or like lip gloss. Yeah, so my inspiration was mostly from my mom to kind of like a basic style of just like mascara, foundation, and just lipstick and blush. Definitely with like fancier events, whenever it's like for prom or like homecoming, then I would do kind of like a very slight like shadow. So I would take like eyeshadow and just kind of line it so as if it's eyeliner, but just kind of like smear it a little bit so it kind of gives like a moderate, like more toned down smoky, I guess. Do you feel that you use makeup to fit the societal standard of beauty? Does makeup affect your self-confidence? I feel like in a way I guess I do use makeup to fit like the societal standard of beauty, in the sense that kind of I use it to cover up a lot of blemishes and a lot of redness that I have in my face. And before, it really affected my self-confidence to the point where I wouldn't wear my makeup without, or I wouldn't go out of the house without putting on makeup because of the redness and the blemishes. And I was just very like self-conscious of that, especially like freshman year of college and stuff like that. Definitely now it's changed a lot more since I kind of stopped wearing makeup for like a certain amount of time because I was like, okay, my skin needs to get better. So I need to kind of tone it down. So that has definitely like helped to like not wear makeup for a certain time, and I think now I more wear makeup for myself, so when I go places and want to look fancy, it's like kind of I doll myself up to kind of just make myself feel good, and I think that's like a healthier relationship with makeup. Who taught you about makeup and how to do it? Like I said, my mom taught me. With foundation, we kind of had to experiment because she never used foundation before. But like the woman, I think at like the Sephora or whatever, like showed us how to do it. Can you describe the different phases you went through in terms of makeup styles? Like I said before, I think, when did I start wearing makeup? I think I started mostly, like I started experimenting it within middle school, but I didn't really like wear it consistently. I would like play around with eyeshadows at home, but never like wore it besides that. And then in middle school or high school, my mom like let me start using makeup just on the daily, so I would just do powder, and then one day I tried mascara and she's like, oh, it looks good on you, and she's like, you can wear it like if you want, and like lipstick and stuff like that. I feel like it definitely wasn't until like junior and senior year that I really started wearing makeup, and then into freshman year. So that was like still like powder, mascara, lipstick. Yeah, like I said, like I didn't really wear eyeshadow, I never got into it, but I definitely like want to kind of develop that. And yeah, and then now I just do like the same routine of just foundation, mascara, lipstick. Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and please stay tuned for the next episode of Tinted Mirrors. Bye!